Hello and welcome to the launch of the EduTalk Diabetes series hosted by Easy, Biotone, and diabetes health and wellness experts. With the challenges of living with diabetes and interest in health and wellness strategies, the EduTalk series supports diabetic health and building your wellness community by connecting you with diabetes experts who share their knowledge and expertise on topics of concern to provide you the tools and resources needed for managing a healthy lifestyle. Today's expert is Jane Irving, the creator and founder of My Learning Library, a quality-driven continuing education website. Jane has over 30 years as a practicing massage therapist and over 10 years working with educators to provide online resources for easy access continuing education 24/7. Let's listen and learn as Jane shares simple movement exercises for daily diabetic health. She'll present 3 accessible exercise choices to get you going. Plus, Jane will discuss how and why walking, Tai Chi, and yoga can play a key role in improving circulation, reducing blood sugar levels, managing stress, and balancing mood for your overall health and wellness. And with that, please be sure you are muted and your video is off. Feel free to chat questions during Jane's talk, which will be answered at the end. We have a lot to get to. Thank you, Jane, for joining us. I'm going to turn the screen over to you and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks again.
Thanks, Donnell. Thank you. So my husband is a diabetic. He was diagnosed many years ago. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote this class. So many of us have diabetes, so many of our loved ones have diabetes, and with all the information out there floating around, it's hard to know what to do. I think the first thing patients should do is find a good endocrinologist. My husband has an excellent endocrinologist, and his diabetes, thank God, today are under control. Anyway, we have a lot of info, so I'm going to share the screen and get to my PowerPoint. I can find it. Here we go. So when we have a diabetic on our table, we don't want to just turn them loose. We want to make sure that they're active. The best way to control blood sugar is to be active, because when we are active, we burn sugar. So clients, I found through the years, are not really self-motivated because they don't really know what to do. So if you can help them, and if you can give them a program that they can walk away with, that's one way to get repeat business and to really help them keep their blood sugar in check. So this PowerPoint was written as from the client's point of view. So, and this is something that you can, I think, Donna, you're going to email everybody this info, right, after the presentation, so that you can give this to your clients and you can help them, live a healthier life. Suggest to your diabetic client and help them do research with the following. Help them to find something they like. Exercise by doing something simple they enjoy. This is important because if they don't like the exercise, they won't stick with it. Start small. If they are not already physically active, they should begin slowly and work their way up to a desired level. For example, suggest they could park farther from the door, take the stairs, do yard work, or walk a dog. Start small and gradually add a little more time and intensity each week. Have your client find a partner. It's more fun when someone else is counting on you to show up. Having a partner may help your client continue to be active. Pick a goal. An example goal could be to walk a mile every day. Be specific and be realistic. Always discuss their activity goals with their healthcare provider. The more regular activity your client does, the quicker it will become a habit. Think of ways to link activity to daily life. For example, they could schedule walking with a coworker after lunch. Try not to do more than 2 days in a row without being active. My husband and I, we bought pedal assist bikes because my husband had his way of being in a shop all day fixing things. So we bought pedal assist bikes because it's just, easier when you're in your 60s to get around on a pedal assist bike, and they're fun. Maintenance. Diabetics need to check their blood sugar regularly. A doctor will let the diabetic know how often to check blood sugar levels and what their target blood level should be. Once your client gets into the exercise and they see that they check their blood sugar and then they do physical exercise and they watch the blood sugar numbers drop, they'll be way more active. They'll be way more into it. Diabetics may be able to manage their diabetes with healthy eating and being active. Some of them are prescribed insulin. Some do over-the-counter medication. Diabetics still need to be healthy. I'm lost. It's also important to keep blood pressure and cholesterol close to the targets that a doctor sets the diabetic. The first exercise is walking. Anybody can walk, right? Walking is easy. So because anyone can do it, and you can do it anywhere, it's easy and it's highly recommended for people with diabetes. Spending 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 times each week is a great way to increase your physical activity. You can even break this 30 minutes down into 10-minute sessions 3 times a day. It doesn't have to be complicated to maintain healthy weight and lose body fat. To prevent or manage various conditions, including heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, and cancer, and type 2 diabetes, walking is awesome. People with diabetes tend to have these different conditions. They will end up with high blood pressure, a stroke, or heart disease because of the high blood sugar. This is a fun fact that's not in the PowerPoint, but I just learned it from my husband's endocrinologist. An A1C should be at 6.9 or below. For every point you go above 6.9, say for example, you go to 7.9, your increase of a diabetic episode increases by 10%. So if you go from 6.9 to 7.4, it's increased by 5%. That's a lot. So that's why we need to promote health activities for all of our clients. Benefits. The faster, farther, more frequent the walk, the greater the benefits. For example, a person may start out as an average walker and then work their way up to walking faster and walking a mile in a shorter amount of time. Alternate periods of brisk walking and leisurely walking are very helpful as well. We call that cross-training, right? This slide talks about how you should walk. Keep your head high, keep your shoulders back, keep your back straight, and swing your arms. Walk smoothly, rolling your foot from heel to toe. Make sure they have comfortable shoes. And there's so much we can do with clients when you see them come in and they're a diabetic and you see them in maybe sandals or flip-flops. You have to use love words, but it's nice to suggest to them that maybe if they walked, you might want to tell them about a pair of sneakers that you bought. I just bought these sneakers. They're called Hokas. Unbelievable. I don't know if anybody else out there is using them or wearing them. Hoka. Love the Hokas. Shoes, consider warm up, cool down, and stretch. Choose your course carefully. You'll be walking outdoors. If you're walking outdoors, avoid paths with cracked sidewalks, potholes, low hanging limbs, and uneven turf. Many diabetics have neuralgia or neuropathy in their feet. That's one of the first things that goes with diabetics. So that's the other thing you might want to talk to them about is if they have numbness in their feet, they really have to consider their path, because what we would feel as a rock or a root underneath our feet, they may not feel it, and then you got to slip and fall on your hands. If the weather isn't appropriate for walking, consider walking in a shopping mall. Warm up. Always tell your clients to warm up their muscles before they go out for a walk. At the end of the walk, slow down. After they cool down, have them gently stretch their muscles. Have them track their progress. Keep a record of how many steps they take. Who doesn't have one of these days, right? I just took a walk. I think I did about 10,000 steps. Use an activity tracker, an app, or a pedometer to calculate steps and distance. So a walking program may take motivation. Some clients would just walk. Some clients want to keep a journal. It's important that you talk to your clients about these things and how they want to track it. They may want to join a walking group. They may want to listen to music. All of these are suggestions on how you can maybe help them motivate themselves to walk. Getting at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise or activity, 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity a week, or combination of moderate and vigorous activity is awesome. Walking will satisfy the above recommendation. Spread out your exercise during the course of the week. Greater amounts of exercise will provide even greater health benefits. Even small amounts of activity are good. Your client can be more active during the day. Maybe they work in an office. Tell them to walk around the office. You know, it's amazing how many people don't really understand how easy it is to just be physical. They think they have to get out and, you know, buy the clothes and blah, 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 and yada, yada, and find people. But you don't have to. You can walk around your house if you have a big house. The second exercise is Tai Chi. I took Tai Chi in massage school way back in the day. I think Adam was a boy. Anyways, the immense power the mind has not been fully estimated. Tai Chi originated as an ancient martial art. It is a Chinese form of exercise designed to cultivate and enhance Qi. Qi is the life energy inside a person, and meridians are the energy channels along which Qi travels. Qi keeps the meridians strong. Tai Chi is a series of slow, gentle, rhythmic movements and physical postures. You may not think that this would help with blood sugar, but it does. Even these slow, rhythmic postures burn energy because Tai Chi is, it relaxes the mind and body, and it moves you to a meditative state of mind. And the controlled breathing is really great. Tai Chi enhances concentration, clarity of mind, improves relaxation, and uplifts the mood. It builds strength, balance, and flexibility. These slow movements, they really do assist with burning sugar in the blood. According to traditional Chinese medicine, diabetes is a deficiency of moisture and essence of the lung, spleen, and kidney meridians. Enhancing Qi in the appropriate meridians will therefore improve diabetes. Tai Chi is enjoyable and it's almost addictive. I know that when I took it in massage school, I really enjoyed it. It's tough getting over the initial phase of learning. That's usually about 3 to 6 months. So if someone's going to take up Tai Chi, not Chai tea, you have to really be into it. It's rhythmic movements, and it can be practiced anywhere, but it does take a long time to kind of get in the swing of it, and so you can do it on your own. This stands in the way of controlling diabetes. Tai Chi encourages mental relaxation and reduces stress. It makes sense Tai Chi can control and improve blood sugar. The major problems of diabetes are the associating complications, which we've already discussed: heart disease, visual impairment, and stroke. Scientific studies have shown Tai Chi to have beneficial effects on cardiorespiratory illness, muscular strength, balance, peripheral circulation, and it reduces tension and anxiety. These in turn minimize the complications of diabetes. Diabetes causes peripheral neuropathy, a condition in which the nerves in the feet are damaged, thus affecting stability and walking. Tai Chi is proved to be effective in helping balance and mobility. My husband unfortunately didn't get on the bandwagon with controlling the diabetes before the peripheral neuropathy hit, so he has peripheral neuropathy. But with massage, and we do a lot of CBD bath bombs, we soak his feet, it really helps. Gentle exercise has been shown to be effective with managing diabetes. Therefore, Tai Chi is a gentle exercise. We can assume that it's effective in preventing and improving the control of diabetes. Studies have also shown those who complete Tai Chi sessions show significant improvement in blood sugar levels. Persons who practice Tai Chi report increased vitality, energy, and mental health. The third and final exercise we will discuss is yoga. Who doesn't love yoga? Yoga incorporates fluid movements that build flexibility, strength, and balance. Yoga lowers stress and improves nerve function, which leads to an increased state of health and wellness. Yoga is helpful for people with a variety of chronic conditions, including diabetes. Yoga practices are known to reduce blood glucose levels. This may be because yoga improves muscle mass. Yoga may also help with the management and comorbid disease conditions associated with type 2 diabetes. I'm chuckling because this slide is reminds me of my husband and I. So anybody who has cable TV on demand, you can log in and you can find a yoga class. So I told him that we needed to start doing yoga. He is the most inflexible person in the world. He's a mechanic. So trying to get him to do these, I mean, I didn't want to laugh because, you know, I wanted to keep going, but it was hilarious. He just can't stretch. He can't do it. But we did successfully complete some yoga classes and he likes it. So that's good. Yoga works. There are many poses for yoga. These are the poses that seem to be the most beneficial for diabetes. Yoga can do more than just relax the mind and body, especially if you're living with diabetes. Certain poses may help lower blood pressure and blood sugar levels while also improving circulation, leading many experts to recommend yoga for diabetes management. Regular practice may help reduce your risk for other complications of diabetes, such as heart disease. The first pose is legs up the wall. I won't read all of these. I won't read the directions on how to do the pose because you guys can, you'll get the PowerPoint and you can practice it yourself. But they're pretty simple. And I mean, my husband is pushing 70. He can do it. Even though he's not flexible, he can do these poses. This pose, the leg up the wall pose, is an inversion, is a restorative pose, and it's an inversion which allows for relaxation. It helps lower stress levels, which may in turn lower blood pressure and lower blood sugar. The muscles work the hamstrings, pelvic, lower back, front torso, and back of neck. The next pose is can't read the top of my slide because the share screen is in the way. Anyways, it looks like the something bound angle pose. It's also a restorative pose and it helps calm the nervous system. It reduces stress levels, blood sugar and blood pressure levels, and it will stimulate the abdominal organs, bladder, and kidneys. Muscle work are abductors, groin muscles, pelvic muscles, and the psoas. The seated forward bend. Like I say, these are the poses that I tried to get my husband. I mean, he can't even bend over, but for some reason it still helps because we took his blood sugar before he started yoga, and then he took his blood sugar afterwards. And even with the difficulty with the bending, he still got okay, still lowered his blood sugar. This is a therapeutic forward pose. It lowers blood pressure, promotes weight loss, helps relieve anxiety, headaches, and fatigue. The muscles work the pelvic muscles, the erector spinae, gluteus maximus, and the gastrocnemius. This is an interesting pose. I'm not sure I can even do it, but if you try, even if you can get your legs up there a little bit, it all helps. It's another inversion pose, and it will improve circulation and stimulate the thyroid gland. It helps calm the mind and relieve stress. Honestly, my mind was not calmed when I did this pose because I couldn't even get, I know after that, right? I couldn't even get my feet up there, but it did improve circulation. Muscles worked: erectus abdominis, trapezius, rotator cuff, and the quadriceps. The plow pose. Don't beat yourself up if you and your client can't get your feet over there. If you're going to show your client these poses. These are tough poses. This girl's like a freaking pretzel. This inversion may help stimulate the thyroid gland, increase circulation, and reduce stress. Its therapeutic effects may also help relieve backache, headache, and insomnia. The muscles work for the rotator cuff, hamstrings, trapezius, and the spinal extensors. This one's easy, the upward facing dog, right? Who can't do that? It's a stimulating neck bend that requires a lot of muscular strength. This pose may help lower blood pressure, boost circulation, and promote weight loss. Stimulate the abdominal organs, and the muscles worked are the gluteus maximus, the triceps brachii, spinal extensors, quadriceps, and hamstrings. This one is tough, the bow pose. This back bend opens up the chest and stimulates abdominal organs. When we did this one, I had to have my husband push my ankles into my hands because I guess I'm just not that flexible. Couldn't quite grab my ankles myself. Once I get into it, it felt pretty good. This may help lower blood sugar levels, relieve constipation, relieve respiratory ailments. And the muscles worked are the gluteus maximus, the hamstrings, the quadriceps, and the pectoralis major. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. This is a great pose because it helps stretch out the back. Anybody with low back pain or hip pain, this is a great stretch. It stimulates the abdominal organs, may help lower blood sugar levels, improve digestion, and boost your energy levels. The muscles worked are the rhomboids, serratus anterior, erector spinae, and the pectoralis major. Supine spinal twist. This pose stimulates the abdominal organs. It may help lower blood sugar levels, and it may help alleviate pain and stiffness in your spine, back, and hips. Erector spinae, rectus abdominis, trapezius, and pectoralis major are all the muscles that are worked with this pose. Child's pose. This is one of my favorites. This is my second to my number 2 favorite pose, the child's pose. It encourages relaxation, which may help promote the production of insulin-producing beta cells. It may also help relieve back and neck pain, stress, and fatigue. Muscles worked are gluteus maximus, rotator cuff muscles, hamstrings, and spinal extensors. This is my all-time favorite pose, the corpse pose, because I know that I'm done, I'm lying on my back, and who doesn't like to relax? This pose should be done for 10 to 20 minutes. It's a restorative pose, it relaxes the body, calms the mind, and relieves headache, fatigue, and insomnia. This pose is traditionally done at the end of your yoga practice. Yoga has a positive effect on the improvement of blood sugar levels, lipid levels, and body composition. Limited data found during review also suggests that yoga can lower oxidative stress and blood pressure. Other data suggest that yoga may improve pulmonary and autonomic function and reduce medication use. All these results are promising. More research is needed to confirm and expand upon these findings. In a nutshell, practicing yoga on a regular basis can help improve your client's overall well-being and may help manage their diabetes. If they're new to yoga, have them talk to their doctor before adding this exercise to their routine. Actually, your client should talk to their doctor before adding all of these exercise routines. The doctor will walk them through any potential risks and offer guidance on how to maintain and establish a healthy lifestyle. If they prefer to practice yoga at home versus going to a class, there are books and articles, and of course, there's this PowerPoint that you can give them. Have them begin short with a short 10-minute per day session. They can also take classes at a studio and discuss their conditions and intentions with their yoga teacher. Hydrate. Clients need to stay hydrated regardless of which exercise they're participating in. They may not realize it, but when they sweat, you lose water when even if you don't sweat, you lose water. Drink at least 8 ounces of water every time you check your glucose levels. That's really important for clients to do. For additional information on several interesting CE courses, you can email us. We have a lot of interesting stuff. In fact, this is just the exercise portion of the diabetes class. We have so much info in this diabetes class. We covered history. We covered type 1, type 2. We go into depth on the 11 systems of the body and which systems are affected by diabetes. It's really a great class, especially the history part. Anyways, thank you. And thank you, Donnell, for having me on. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Well, thank you, Jane. And if you wouldn't mind stopping the share screen, that would be great. I would like to mention to everyone that Jane is a professional massage therapist, and this comes from that perspective. And as she referenced, speaking to a client, for those of you that are not massage therapists and are a diabetic, take this as instruction for yourself, as opposed to thinking it doesn't apply because you're not a client. These are all simple exercises that you can incorporate into your daily routine. And there are simple ways to start, as Jane has pointed out. And the yoga section, the poses, is a really nice routine for you to start with. And as your body adapts, you'll be able to work the poses to full capacity and maximize the benefits. I would like to invite you to present chats or questions, comments or questions in chat. Sorry about that. Also, if you're new to the EduTalk series, we will be emailing a follow-up tomorrow with a recording and a copy of the PowerPoint that you can follow along with. And Jane's contact information will be on there if you have immediate questions for her. And I haven't seen any questions come in. You did give them a good roadmap to start at home through their gyms, or I even saw something online on Facebook that was called yoga-go.io. And I looked at that a little more today because they were presenting doing yoga in a chair. So if you are challenged, you might want to look into that. It was similar poses that Jane has in her PowerPoint that can be done while sitting. So that was an interesting take on it. And I don't see any questions coming in. So please watch for not only the follow-up today presentation, but invitations to future EduTalk Diabetes series. We will be doing one a month, and we look forward to seeing you there and hearing from you with any topic ideas or interest in presenting. Thank you so much, Jane, for letting us know how stiff your husband is, but he still does yoga, and that's much appreciated.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you for putting this together and launching our EduTalk Diabetes series. And on behalf of Easy and Biotone, I thank all of you for joining us tonight. Thank you. Have a safe evening and good night.
Good night.
Good night.